In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you are having a wonderful day. So my name is Adil Miri, and today I will be teaching you English lesson 4B, and the title for this lesson, and the winner is. So there should be a name after the title, but it leaves it there blank for you, so it could be anyone you pick or choose. So the title for this lesson leads us to think that the lesson is going to talk about some sort of competition, any type of competition, a football match, a race, maybe a video game competition. So people compete with each other. So the first thing that we are going to learn in this lesson, how to use adjectives that are related to the feelings that are also related to competitions. Okay, winning, losing, preparing for competitions, and so on. So the first adjective, the thing that you should be able to express at the end of this lesson and by doing all the exercises is to use adjectives to describe feelings. Like, for example, disappointment, and like the adjective disappointed, proud, nervous, confident, confused, and so on. Things or adjectives that are related to competitions in general. Also, there is another thing that you are going to be able to express, or you should be able to express agreement and disagreement by the end of this lesson using so or neither. You can say neither, you can say neither. It's both pronunciations are acceptable. Okay. So, and the winner is. So when in competitions, there are usually people who win and there are people who lose. Okay, so winners feel certain things, and losers also feel certain things, and people who prepare for the competitions or for the race also feel things. We need to express those things using those adjectives. Okay, so look at these those competitions. Okay, have you been in one of those competitions or any competition in general? So we have, what's the meaning of the word competition? So it could be just running race, cycling, maybe a tug of war or something, or football, or maybe even a video game when you compete with a friend or a sibling. So you compete to win, okay? So I'm sure you have been in at least one of those or even more. Okay, so when you're usually in a competition, I want you to think about this question. How do you feel before or after a competition? So before competition, people can feel two different ways. One, people can be nervous before a competition, maybe because they didn't prepare very well, maybe because they think things are going to be difficult for them. So they are nervous, which means that they are afraid that something bad is going to happen. That's the meaning of the word nervous, okay? The other type of people, that people who feel confident, okay? They are very sure, 100% that they are going to be successful because they prepared very well, or because they are confident people in general. So it could be nervous or confident. You can feel both ways. After a race, when the winner is determined, you are the winner or you lost the race or the competition, you could feel sometimes disappointed. You feel upset that things did not go as you planned. Okay, that's the definition of disappointment. So when people are disappointed because they lost the competition, that's the meaning of disappointed. When people win a competition, they feel proud. Okay, they feel proud about themselves. They feel pleased that they accomplished something, or other people feel pleased that someone else accomplished something. Okay, so you could be proud of yourself, or you could be proud of someone else. And sometimes, in some cases, that instructions might be not very clear. You don't know where to go or what to do, so you could be confused. Okay, you could be confused, not thinking very clearly. You don't know what to do or where to go. So that's the meaning of being confused. Okay, so this actually leads us to this exercise. So if you have your textbook in front of you, please turn or open your book to page 50. Okay, so on page 50 we have this lesson. Okay, this is actually from your textbook, and this is the title for the lesson, and the winner is. And we will do the first activity for this lesson. Okay, so the first activity, it says listen and match the words in bold with their meanings from A to E. So actually what we're going to do, we're going to look at the words in bold like this: disappointed, nervous, proud, confident, and confused. Okay, we've already talked about this in the beginning, and we are going to find their meanings from A to E. Okay, but before we do that, please keep in mind that you need to try to guess the meaning of unknown words before heading straight to your dictionary or using Google or anything else. Use those tools just to confirm that you know the meaning or not. Okay, so always try to guess the meaning, because you don't have your dictionary with you in hand every day. Okay, sometimes you'll be outside, you don't have your dictionary, so you need to guess the meaning from the context, then maybe use a dictionary just to confirm. Okay, okay, so we have 5 sentences. Each sentence has one word in bold. We need to figure out the meaning for these words as follows. Okay, so we have 5 different meanings. I will read the meanings first, then we will read the sentences. Okay, A, worried about bad things that may happen. Worried about bad things that may happen. Okay. B, pleased about something you have done or about something someone else has done. Okay, you feel pleased about something you have done or something that someone else has done. C, feeling sure that you can do something, and be successful at doing that thing. Okay, that's the definition of one of those words. I'll leave that to you to decide. So D, upset because things haven't happened the way you expected. Feeling upset because things that didn't happen in a way that you have expected. Is it disappointed? Is it nervous? Is it proud? Is it confident? Is it confused? Which one of them? Okay. E, feeling that you can't understand what is happening or think clearly. Okay. Okay, so now we will oh, I think we did this by mistake. Number 1, I didn't manage to finish my project on time. I was very disappointed. So this person is actually disappointed because he didn't finish on time. He was expecting to finish on time, but he didn't. Therefore, he is disappointed. Okay, so what's the meaning of the word disappointed? Which one is it? Is it A, B, C, D, or E? Okay, we'll do the same thing for number 2. Okay, I was nervous. I was nervous in the past, okay, before the exam. I was nervous before the exam. But everything went well, okay? This is the opposite thing happened, okay? He was thinking about something, but the opposite thing happened, okay? But everything went well. It was easy. Okay, so he was thinking that something will go bad, okay? Okay, I'm not gonna say the answer now. I was nervous before the exam, but now everything went well. It was easy. I didn't have to be nervous. That's what he's saying. Number 3, Greg did well in the maths competition and his parents were proud of him. Okay, so Greg did well in the maths competition, so he won the competition and his parents are very proud of Greg. Okay, so what's the meaning of the word proud? Now let's see number 4. The coach is confident. Okay, the coach is confident that his team will win the next game. Okay, because he trained his team very well and he worked so hard. He is confident that his team 100% will win the next game. So what's the meaning of the word confident? Number 5, I'm confused. Is Mr. Blake's office on the 2nd or 3rd floor? Okay, is it on floor number 2 or floor number 3. I'm not very sure. I can't think clearly, so I'm confused. Okay, now let's go through the answers together. Okay, let's go through the answers together. Number 1, the word disappointed means D, which is upset because things haven't happened the way you expected. Okay, so this person actually expected that he will do his project on time, but things happened otherwise. He didn't expect that, so he is disappointed because of that. So the answer is D. Number 2, nervous. So the meaning of nervous is A, which is worried about bad things that may happen. Okay, he is worried about bad things that may happen. Okay, so number 2 goes with A. And number 3, the word is proud. What's the meaning of the word proud? Let's see. It's actually B. Okay, B, which means pleased about something you have done or something someone else has done. Okay, that's the definition of feeling proud. Okay, number 4, confident. What's the meaning of the word confident? We can find the definition in C. Okay, so feeling sure that you can do something and be successful. Okay, that's the definition of the word confident. Number 5, confused. Okay, so it's the last one, E. The answer is E. When you are confused, that means you are feeling that you can't understand what is happening or think clearly. Okay, you can't think clearly or you can't understand what is happening. That's the definition of feeling confused. Okay, so this leads us to this sentence. Okay, so pay good attention at this. Okay, so we have a conversation between 3 people. Okay, we have, let's give them names. Let's say this is Tom, and this is Bill, and this is Ali. Okay, Tom, Bill, Ali. Okay, so they are sitting together. They are clearly discussing something. Okay, so Tom said something. He said, I am nervous about the exam. Okay, which means that he is afraid that something bad may happen about the exam. He might not get the good marks. He is afraid that his preparation for the exam is not as it should be. So this is Bill. Okay, so Bill actually agrees with Tom. He's nervous too, but he said this: I am nervous about the exam too. He repeated the same sentence. Okay, it's a good sentence. Okay, we can't say anything, but it's too long. Okay, we need to learn how to make those sentences shorter and use so and neither. Okay, so this is Ali. Actually, he disagrees with all of them because he prepared very well for the exam, and he said, I am not nervous about the exam. Okay, so clearly these 2 are nervous and Ali is not nervous. Okay, but we need to make those sentences shorter, in a shorter form, and use abbreviations as much as possible. Okay, so it should be this way: I am nervous about the exam. Okay, we already established that, and Bill said, so am I. Okay, so it's exactly the same thing as before. So he is also nervous about the exam. Okay, so he said, so am I. I am nervous about the exam, so am I. Okay, so this is what Bill said. When Ali disagrees, he said, I am not. Instead of saying the full sentence, I don't have to say the full sentence. I just use short forms and abbreviations and use so. Okay, so I'm nervous about the exam, so am I. Let's take another example, this time using neither. And this is to show you how neither can be used to make sentences shorter. Okay, so Tom said, I can't draw very well. Okay, let me clear things out before we move on. So we use so with positive or affirmative sentences. Okay, this is an affirmative statement. Okay, we use so am I, to agree with it. Okay, when we have a negative statement like this one, I can't draw very well, I use neither or neither. Both pronunciations are accessible, like I said before. So this time I will show you the longer sentences, okay? So we don't have to repeat things. Okay, so Bill said, I can draw very well too. So they both agree on one thing. While Ali here does not agree with both of them, he said, I can draw very well. So he repeated everything. So too much repetition here, so we need to make things shorter and not repeat things. I will use neither this time, okay? So Ali said, or Tom said, I can't draw very well. Bill said, neither can I, okay? Neither can I. So he can't draw either, okay? So he said, neither can I. That's the short form without having to repeat everything else. And how about Ali? How did he disagree with this? He said, I can, okay? I can draw very well. I can, okay? So when we have a negative statement, we use neither to agree with it, okay? Neither, and an affirmative helping verb, okay, or auxiliary verb. Then comes the subject. Okay. So this is actually the grammar rule behind all of this, okay? So it shows you that this is actually on page 168, okay? You can turn to page 168 to find this, and all the exercises are related to this. So we use so, like we see here. We use so with affirmative, so plus affirmative auxiliary verb plus subject, okay? So we use it when we agree with an affirmative statement, okay? We have an affirmative statement and we want to agree with this statement without having to repeat the same statement. We use so plus affirmative auxiliary verb or affirmative helping verb plus subject, okay? This is an example. I want to be an architect. I want to be an architect. So this is an affirmative sentence, okay? And we need to agree with this sentence, or I want to agree with this sentence. I would say, so do I, okay? So this is so, okay? This is the auxiliary verb in affirmative form, okay? And this is the subject, which is I, okay? I want to be an architect, so do I. Okay. There's also one more thing. We need to follow the statement's tense. Okay. So if the statement is in the past tense, we need to agree in the past tense. If the statement is in the future tense, we have to agree in the future tense as well. Okay. And the same goes for the present simple and the past simple and the past progressive and all of them. Okay, you need to agree or disagree in the same tense, okay? Okay, let's now take a look at this example for using so. Okay, Mary has just finished her homework, okay? Mary has just finished her homework. Okay, so this is an affirmative statement, okay? And I want to agree with this statement, so what should I do? I use so and use an auxiliary verb and affirmative. Okay, affirmative auxiliary verb. So we have has. I use have because it's I, have I. I can't say has I. Has only goes with he, she, or it, or any name that can stand instead of he, she, or it. So have I. This is the subject. Okay. Mary has just finished her homework. I would say, so have I. Okay, so I finished my homework too. Okay, here I want to be an architect. He wants to be an architect. So am I. Okay, or so do I. I want to be an architect too. Okay. Now let's take a look at neither and how to use neither or neither. Some people say neither. Some people say neither. It's both correct. Okay, we use neither with negative sentences or negative statements, and we use that to agree with the statement. Okay, so when someone says something negative, or when someone expresses a negative statement, and we want to agree with this statement, we use the neither or neither. Okay, so without having to repeat, of course. We don't want to repeat the sentence. Okay, we use short forms. Okay, so this is how it goes. We use neither plus affirmative auxiliary verb, like we did here exactly, but instead of neither, we used so, and the subject. The same thing applies here with the tenses. Okay, when I use the sentence in the present simple, the agreement has to be in the present simple. Okay, so let's take a look at this sentence. My brother can't drive. Okay, what do you think? Is this an affirmative or negative statement? Okay, it's clearly a negative statement because we have the word or the auxiliary verb can't. Okay, my brother can't drive. Okay, my brother can't drive too. Okay, my brother can't drive too. So I need to agree with this without repeating the same sentence. So I would say neither can I. Okay, so my brother can't drive, so I can't drive too. I would say neither can I. So I used neither and the auxiliary verb in affirmative instead of using in negative. So here can't, here we use can. We always use the affirmative sentence, affirmative auxiliary verb, and the subject, which is me. Okay, my brother can't drive, neither can I. Okay, let's take a look at this sentence now. The exhibition was terrible. So this is actually another sentence. We don't need this sentence now. I will never go to the art gallery again. So this is the sentence that we need to agree with or disagree with. Okay, I will never go to the art gallery again. Okay, so me too, I will never go to that gallery too. Okay, so I need to express this without repeating things. So I would say, I would use neither plus affirmative auxiliary verb plus the subject like I used here. So neither. Okay, so this sentence is clearly, it has will. That means it's in the future tense. Okay, so I need to respond in the future tense as well. So I use neither will I. Okay, this is the neither, and this is the auxiliary verb in an affirmative shape, and this is the I, the subject. Okay, moving on to the next part of the lesson. Okay, so this is actually on page 51. If you turn to your book to page 51, you will see this. So we will do this exercise real quick. We have some examples here of using so and neither. And let's start with, so the exercise says complete using so or neither and an auxiliary verb. Okay, so number one, Susan does not want to paint outside, or Susan doesn't want to paint outside. Okay, so we're talking about Donna here. So we say that Donna also doesn't want to paint outside, but we need to say this without repeating things. We're making things shorter now. So I would say neither does Donna. Okay, because this is a negative statement. Okay, Susan doesn't want to paint outside. With negative statements, we use neither to agree with. Let's take a look at number two. I hate making sculptures. I hate making sculptures. This sentence is clearly in the present simple, okay? And I need to respond in the present simple because I hate making sculptures too, okay? But without repeating things, I would say, so do I, okay? So do I. I don't like making sculptures. Now let's take a look at number three. Richard and I went to the bowling alley on Thursday. Okay, so this is an affirmative statement. So we use, clearly we use so, and it's in the past tense, so I need to respond in the past tense. So I would say, Richard and I went to the bowling alley on Thursday, so did we. Okay, now I need you to notice that we did not say do, because the sentence here is in the past, so we need to respond in the past. Number four, Victoria isn't ready yet. My sister, so I would say, so is my sister. Okay, the same thing goes with the number five. Adrian was a bit disappointed with the museum. So was Oliver. Okay, because this is in the past and this is also in the past, or past progressive. We won't go to the skate park. we won't go to the skate park. This is a negative statement. I will use neither this time. So neither will we. So neither with the future tense. Okay. I hope this makes sense. So if you want to do more exercises to make sure that you understood the lesson very well, you need to go to page 107 and do exercises A, B, and C. Okay, those actually will help you a lot with understanding the grammar rule. Okay, and also there are some exercises on page 170, exercise E and F. Okay, make sure you do those lessons or those exercises. And thank you so much for watching, and I hope you're having a wonderful day.